everyone to the L7C podcast superhero edition. Today, we are here for our Supergirl review. We have the captain with us, Mr. Byron Mitchell. How are you doing today, sir?
Hey man, I'm doing good, man. Saw Supergirl today, ready to talk about it.
All right, all right. Let's let's dive right in. Byron, what were your thoughts on the movie?
Overall, I enjoyed Supergirl. I think Millie Alcock did good as the lead. Kar-El, Supergirl. I think she definitely put her own spin to the character of this party-war girl who's still hurting from the past of, losing her mom and dad and just carrying that hurt through all these years. She's celebrating her 23rd birthday at the start of the movie, so she's just been bar hopping between planets, which is wild to think about that. You can bar hop between planets. But she eventually meets up with the little girl. I forget her name. Cast this up. Ruthie, and to avenge Ruthie's parents being slain. With Krem, who is actually the main villain of the movie. So we did find out that with the seeing of the movie. The fight scenes were good. There weren't as many cameos in this movie. There was one, I think, I definitely heard Seth Rogen's voice in the bus scene, but I think that was the only cameo I recognized. But overall, the movie was great. I definitely enjoyed it a lot.
And you saw it today, right? Like
Yeah.
day of recording. Gotcha. Just one moment. Okay, okay. So, man, for me, movie was interesting. I thought it was good. Let's just get into this part of it. I don't think it's as bad as people are saying it is.
No, that's not.
But there are some things that I saw that I could see that people would take issue with. Even me, I had a little like some issues with some stuff. I mean, just one, like you just said at the beginning. It was weird seeing Supergirl in that light. Like basically a bar hopping drunk, like who doesn't want to really like take like have responsibility, doesn't believe in hope and all of that jazz, which is really like not fundamental of her character. I know they're doing their own spin, which is fine, but it's like, dog, I just had 10 years of like Melissa Benoist's Supergirl and
Mhm.
like comics and I was just like, this is a huge difference.
I enjoyed the difference because it helped to build her character for what she later becomes at the end of the movie. But I can see why people would take issue with that for sure.
Yeah, so I know that got a lot of people. I think the other thing that got people too is that and we talked about this on the preview. With that, man, it was way too like just some of the vibes and stuff like Guardians 1 like
Hmm.
centric. Um with like the different planets and the bars and all of that stuff. And just all the different things and the fact that Kara doesn't even get involved until she's personally dragged into it because her dog gets hit. And it's sick
Yeah,
is basically a race of time to save her dog. And it's like, man, the car I know it wouldn't even
even hesitated.
yeah, she would have hopped right into the fray of that. I think, like you said, I think Millie did a really good job as I think she did a good job portraying the role and all that and finding herself. It took her basically about to be on death's door and all of that jazz to get to that point. But I know that's some stuff that um people weren't really too fond of. And it felt like sometimes it felt like it was Guardians mixed with John Wick thing about the dog, and then
Oh
mixed
yeah.
with trying to think what the last like movie that did this, like last movie about trying to stop a spoiler alert throughout this thing, a sex trafficking ring.
Hmm.
So like mixing all three of those things, it's like, all right, so what are we doing? And I know some people also think for the fact like the main bad guy, no one really even knew who the fuck he was.
Yeah.
Like you have to dig for that. So I know it's just that kind of threw people for a loop. And then another thing, I mean, I felt Lobo, Jason Momoa, I felt like he was really good.
Yeah. Jason Momoa did good.
Um, so with that, and then like you said, there wasn't really that many cameos. I mean, Superman is present throughout the film, sending like the video messages, and
Mm.
then him at the end, and then him like finding Kara's pod and all that jazz. So I don't know, those are some of the things I think people, which I also had some like questions about, but I didn't think it's as bad as people are painting it out to be. It was just, again, it's a different take on Supergirl that's going to take a lot to get used to especially if you're a Supergirl fan, because like, where's my hopeful, cheerful Kara?
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. Like
No.
I'm looking on IMDb right now, like the average score is like 6.1. I definitely don't think it's a 6.1. I'll give it like an 8. I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, I mean, and then you can also I mean, we can also throw the other thing too. I mean, it looked like all male bad guys, sex trafficking little girls.
Hmm.
You know, I hate throwing the W where some people may think that's way too woke because also it's two women here, like
Yeah.
heroines, like there's two main characters. So some people might be like, I don't want to see those type of messages. I just want to see a bad guy and take him out and all that jazz. So, again, that's what we have to deal with in this day and age. And they've already made a statement, like the author, I mean, not the author, the director saying like, hey, may not be performing where we want to be, but this is all part of a bigger plan and all of that. And she's going to be in the next Superman movie. My thing was always, why is the second movie in your universe Supergirl?
Yeah. Because she's not one of those, no offense to like Supergirl, like she's not one of those heroes you think of when you think of DC. You think of Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman,
Yeah, I mean,
Flash, Green
she's a,
Arrow.
she's an integral part of it, but it's just like for your second movie, it's so like we're being like very Superman centric because
Mhm.
I mean the first three movies are I mean I get yeah Clayface, but I'm talking about superheroes. First three movies are Kryptonians.
Yeah. Because the next, after
Is
Clayface, like we talked on the last podcast, is Superman 2, which features
is next
Brainiac as the
year?
villain. Yeah.
Now I was expecting him to be even though they didn't have any post credit scenes spoiler, I was expecting him to be the like end of the movie.
I definitely did too, to set up Superman 2. I also thought when they were talking about Argo that somehow we would have saw like Brainiac ship taking it.
Yeah, I expected that too. The twist was very interesting. I like yeah, it was killing us because of the kryptonite and
Hmm.
my dad did this, well, your dad did that. And it also brought the bad taste in my mouth of them changing Superman's parents. Like, it did bring that bad taste.
For Superman to be a conqueror of Earth.
Yeah, that brought a bad taste back to my mouth because I'm like, dog, that is not what the L's were. But
But
again,
I did like that her parents like, no,
yeah,
go be good.
yeah, they stay true.
Yeah.
With some people, they got hot, so it's like, oh, we sacrificed Superman's parents so that Kara's parents look that much better. That's just people what
Fair.
they
That's
say.
fair. But
But I
even
really
though,
liked how they stayed true. And
yeah.
again, I like the Argo. I did like the Argo thing. Like they didn't serve like it was a planet that was cursed, like the Kryptonites, so they're basically all dying and all that. Again, until we knew the bad guy because of Argo, uh, but it was never announced. I thought it was about to be Zod.
Yeah. Because that begs the question, like, are we going to see Zod? And if so, when?
Because if we're doing the Kryptonian things, he could be Superman 3. Like,
Or Supergirl too.
Yeah, or Supergirl too. Like another. It was just interesting. I do like how obviously, like you said, she was bar hopping between planets. She was going from red sun to yellow sun because red sun she didn't have power, so she could feel normal, so she could feel getting drunk, so she could
Yep.
feel all these things and all of that jazz. And then obviously asking questions like, how close are we to a yellow sun that so she can have her
Hmm.
powers and fight back? And I even felt too like Buddy. I was like, bro, who is this man? Because this a little. He's fighting back a little too strong against a Kryptonian. This is like what?
Right. And yeah, because then he picked a planet that orbits around a green sun, so she would get kryptonite poisoning, and then shot her with kryptonite arrows.
Yeah. I was like,
I'm like, all right,
oh,
dude.
so we just know, like, shoot. And even like what you said, the old girl, the 13, she was like, man, I thought everyone on Krypton blew up.
Well, and Kara's
So
like, no, it was a slow death. Like Argo escaped, and I was born 8 years later after Krypton died.
and that ground was killing us, and this and that. Got sent to Earth, couldn't speak the language. I mean, and then Clark couldn't speak Kryptonian, so
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure probably when they got to the fortress, that was probably gonna be some deleted scenes
Yeah.
with that. But no, I mean, I do like seeing Superman in there, like seeing how connected that is, and like when she came back, he's like, "Oh, I could have used some help on the last person we just fought." So I mean,
Hmm.
I did like and like seeing Daniel. Like I feel like he's a
He's a
good
good Superman.
good Superman. So like seeing stuff like that was cool. But it was just like, and like you said too, it took a while to build up to like the first fight scene, like real fight scene.
Yeah, because the first fight scene was in the bar that she was at, and the girl conveniently just came in and said, "Hey, I need someone to help me
Oh
track
my
down."
gosh, he was
Then the
giving that
guy stole her
spiel.
sword, and then Kara helped. She's like, "Hey, that's a little low. Like, she just lost her parents. You're gonna steal her sword? I'm like, come on now."
She was giving that spiel about who she was and what family she belongs to, and
It was
uh,
funny later in the movie when she's giving that spiel to Lobo, and then they pan to Supergirl and she's mimicking
mm-hmm.
her saying it.
I was just like, dang. And then and that's the other integral. That's another part of the movie that we forgot between the relationship between those two is that like she wants to kill the main villain because of he killed her family for no reason, like
Hmm.
literally no reason. So she wants to kill him, and Car's saying if you go down that route, it's not gonna bring your family back. It's gonna mess you up.
Hmm.
Yada yada yada. Which again, that is normal DC superhero rhetoric.
Hmm.
Be the bigger person, all that justice prevails. So I'm like, all right, there's still stuff in there and all that jazz. And then you get to the end of the movie, and she stops her from killing him, and she like tells her to walk away so she doesn't like
Change your
change
mind.
her mind. You're like, all right, this is DC, like, all right, normal DC stuff. And then he's
Hmm.
on the ground feet, and then she kills him. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
I was not expecting her to kill him, kill old boy. I'm like, huh, interesting.
Stabbed him, and I know that pissed people off. Even I was shocked. He's like, "This is for my dog." I was like, "Whoa!" Then this one, that's what you did for the poor girl. I was like, "Oh, so we all that shit that Superman was talking about the last, we out here killing people."
Because she hasn't fully, which I get from like a story perspective, because she's hasn't fully embraced hope like that. Like she's getting there because she did return to Earth and say, "Hey, I'm home now." So she's getting to that optimistic Superman that we know.
Man, for me, it showed me she killed someone before because she tried when she was telling him her like it'll mess you up, this, that, and that. I was like, nah, she put someone in the dirt.
Yeah, she's
I don't
definitely
know
has.
who she did, but because she released that, buddy, like no hesitate. So then I know it got people because it got me, bro. She did it in the uniform, man.
Hmm.
After like earlier the movie where Superman's like, it's these colors because we're supposed to represent the good
Hmm.
guys. And I was like, bro, she really just stabbed Buddy to death. I was like, damn.
Yeah,
And then
maybe
Lobo's in the
in the next
background saying
movie.
good. I
Yeah,
was like, oh hell no. He said, I don't kill for sport. I only kill for money. I don't do this. I was just like,
Basically, I don't hear it do this hero bullshit.
I mean, he's just like, I don't, is there a bounty on his head that I don't know about? Like this and that. And oh, yeah, that was crazy. I was shocked. I was like, oh, he really killed this man and just left his dead body. I was like, whoa. And
Yeah,
I was like, okay, well, killed her family for no reason, poisoned the dog, was running a sex trafficking. Like, is he the only one running that sex? Yeah, it's crazy. He said that sex trap, and then they're like, the sex trafficking for little girls to continue their all male species. I was like, yeah, that's gonna piss people off. Like, as soon as they said those,
yeah,
I was like, oh boy.
yeah.
But I mean, I enjoyed being in the theater. I enjoyed watching it. I was shocked there was no like post credit scene because I stayed through the whole credits.
Same.
So for people listening, if you haven't watched, which I encourage you to go watch, you once the movie's over, you can leave. There's no post credit scene when Superman's talking to Supergirl.
That's
That's
it.
it. So yeah, and then effects were fine. Lobo, like you just said, her fine. It took a while to find her, so she was talking about the
Mhm.
truth. I was sitting here, I was like, that for a second, I was like, girl, what are you talking about? You are 23 years old. Like,
Because, like you said, she probably killed someone, so she knows. She's probably living with that regret. Also, with Argo, her basically her family and all Kryptonians dying from kryptonite poisoning in the soil. So she was carrying a lot of stuff, man.
I was sitting there too. I was like, damn, at least you got to know your parents. Shoot, Superman. Then you get to see him. They blew up. And then he
Yeah,
finds out that they're assholes.
yeah, that he was sent to Earth to take over. But good thing for the Kents, man.
Yeah, I had to refund that narrative. Like, goodness gracious. I forgot all about that plot twist until watching that, until watching the movie to this morning. Like,
Same.
I was like, wow, I can't believe they're bold enough to actually do that plot twist. But no, it was just them. I almost thought there'd be more little space heroes, like you said, because like the Superman one, like people like Hawk Girl and Mr. Fantastic and Green
Green
Lantern were
Lantern.
there. Shoot, I thought there could have been a Green Lantern. If you wanted to do this thing, you could have had if you want to have this sex trafficking thing, you wanted your female heroines, you could have had Cruz be a Green Lantern in
Hmm.
space, like saying she was tracking this because it's personal to her because she knew someone, yada yada yada. So you could have had that happening, and even that man, I was even thinking about that family that sold her out, trying to get their daughter back. All three of them still died.
Yeah, I really thought, man, that was crazy. Wasn't expecting that either.
I
I
was like,
thought like
really?
she would find out, save the daughter, and like save the family, but she was too late.
All three of them died. And it's crazy. I was like, that was a little trying to think. It was like, it was a husband who had to change her heart first.
Hmm.
He's like, no, we can't. Then the mom was like, we got to do this for our daughter. And then, man, they came down. It's like, I told you a deal's a deal. He really killed that girl, too.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, damn, this is what we doing? This is like, and the guy, the argument was like, they'd be still alive if it wasn't for you. And I was just like, oh boy, here we
And
go.
she's like, I don't want to be grow up to be like you. You're
And just
rude. I'm like, damn, girl.
ripping rude. You're always drunk. I was just like, I was like, damn. That's all I said. That's all I said. I said, damn, this is what. And I'm like, dang, that's all she knows. You know, she saw you. She met you there, always drinking, always
Hmm.
looking like you're drunk, pissing all over the place. Like I
And
was
she
sitting
act,
there too. There was a lot of pee scenes in this movie.
yeah.
And I was just like, what is happening? I was like, damn, we had the full like after drunk hungover, like, yeah, I need to pee. Like, I was like, bro, what?
Falling asleep on the toilet.
Falling asleep, that was wild. I'm like, oh yeah, Red Sun, no power, just normal, normal human being. I was like, damn, this is because even she said, wait, if you have these powers like this, why would you ever not want to have these powers? She's like, I want to feel something. I was like,
Mm.
oh,
She's like, I just want to feel what's like. Phil Whiskey.
But I was like, okay, okay. But again, I just didn't think. I know it took a while to get into it and all that stuff, and I already said all the stuff that I said. I felt like people had issue with, like I logical issue with, and
Hmm.
then, but again, I don't think it's as bad as people said. I've seen some people say, like, man, if this was a Marvel movie, they'd be giving this a X, Y, and Z, but because it's, I was like,
I know because they did not like the Marvels at all.
oh, that was a good. No, they didn't, because I was like Thunderbolts people liked, and Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, and I know people are comparing. Yeah, Marvels was man bringing that up. So crazy how people didn't see the bigger, especially with the two post credit scenes, a bigger picture with that.
But I don't get
But
it.
Hank McCoy's Beast was in the freaking end credit scene. This is what's leading into this stuff that we're at now.
Yeah, the
I don't
Doomsday.
know if Kamala's baby Avenger group is going to make any pathway, but Beast's shit is.
Yeah,
And we already know Supergirl's an integral part. She's literally probably filming right now as we speak.
yeah, for Superman too.
It's gonna be weird. Those two and Lex Luthor fighting Brainiac. Like, ah, man, no, but you're right. Marvel's was and the bad guy, I want to say baby Eradicator, new Eradicator from Marvels. It's just
Hmm.
like, eh. I was like, I don't know how this person is fighting, the strongest person in history as they hyped her up, Captain Marvel, and these other two. I know that. I mean, that was just a bad. I get hyping someone up. That was a bad hype up,
Yeah,
but no, you're right. You're right because they were talking about now money right now. It's like behind the Marvels and Morbius. I was like, oh dear.
yeah, because right now they've made 68 million worldwide, and the budget's like 175 million, I believe.
Yeah. So I would also say too, like, which I do respect. It's like just back in what, prime movie superhero time and all the other movies. Like, hey man, I don't care what we don't get a weekend. Let's get it. Like
Hmm.
you are coming out. You're the weekend after Toy Story during the summer,
Yeah,
and Toy Story is on its way to make 1.2 billion.
which a lot of nostalgia in Toy Story. So,
And and kids and all that. So like you're in between Toy Story this Fourth of July weekend, the week that we're leading into as time recording. Minions is this weekend.
mhm.
It's that thing. There's like unfortunately for them, there's a lot of there's a lot of kid movies. Like, if you're a
Mhm.
parent, are you going to take your? I think that's the problem is for them is like, you got to take your kid to Toy Story 5. You're going to take your kid to Supergirl.
Probably Toy Story 5.
I mean, especially with some of the things say, I was just like, dang. She's like, man, I'm the bitch whose dog. I was like, ooh boy, okay. I've
She
never, I've never heard car. I've never
Because
thought
I
your
really
car.
thought she was about to hit the line, I'm Supergirl.
Hmm.
But now she said, I'm the bitch whose dog you hit.
I was like, ooh, that was not. That is not the car lines I was thinking about. I was like, oh dear.
Uh,
Well, I mean, I was like, I guess she's 23 and like she's all that. Like she said, she's 10 years younger than Clark.
Clark.
So
Yeah.
again, but no, it's a thing of competition, man. Like that's what these movies are about. I mean, you got a lot of kid movies in between. You got Toy Story, you got Dominions, you got
Yeah.
Moana, you got Moana coming live
A
action.
couple weeks. Yeah. And you're not going to release the weekend of Spider-Man.
Yeah, and then Spider-Man, yeah, then you got Spider-Man a couple of weeks after that. You got I mean, there's still Obsession in movie theater, like literally the
Mm,
movie Obsession, still in movie theaters. Which you didn't think I'd shout them out. Shout out to them because they're about to be the like highest grossing like original whatever movie, like more than Sinners. So yeah, shout out to Obsession because we're shouting that out because main characters from Superman and Lois.
she is. Indy Navarette, I think her name is.
Yeah, people weren't hip to because when I saw her first, I was just like, hey, wait a minute, isn't that what was his name? Isn't that Jonathan's girlfriend?
Yeah,
God, he loved that girl.
he
Like
did.
he and we still don't even know if they even. I don't even think they got married. But no, I say solid movie. Not doesn't deserve the hate it has. Good moments. I know there's some questionable things for people who are a diehard Supergirl. If you're a diehard Supergirl fan, I know how it could piss you off just seeing your girl being drunk and all of that jazz. Uh, some people are gonna like it because you like the shift, and some people aren't. It's a creative stuff, creative differences. But at the end, I think she'll get to the point where you need her to get to.
Yeah, and we'll see more of her growth in Superman too.
Yeah. That's the goal. Now, if she's out here saying that we need to kill so I was like, all right, well,
I don't know. You might have to kill Brainiac though.
I don't think they will. They didn't kill, you
They
didn't
probably
kill,
won't.
bro. They didn't even kill Lex, man. And Lex put them boys through hell.
He really did put Superman through hell.
But she can't do that shit on Earth because if Earth would have saw her do that, they'd be like, oh, so she
Oh,
just
they would have turned
taking.
on her so quick.
See, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. She did it in the uniform. She would have did that in the uniform on Earth. You starting injustice all over again.
It's like when what's this guy's name? Who was in Captain and Falcon and Winter Soldier when he killed
John Walker
John Walker when he killed that guy in the Captain America suit.
with the shield with the blood on it. They say, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
wrap. Even though that dude killed his best friend, I was like, ah, yeah, my thing is, I get it. You're mad at your best friend died, but you can't be doing that.
Nah, not with Captain America's stuff on. Not with the
So,
shield.
so that was the problem with that. But damn, no, no. Speaking of DCU, this came out today, so this is about to be breaking news for you, Byron.
Ooh, okay. Breaking news on the pod. Love
And this
it.
gonna be yeah, this gonna be breaking news for people who ain't on the socials. I don't even know if this how credible this guy is, but it's going over all the waves now.
Okay.
John Campea, let me see, yeah, this guy, he has runs a podcast, yada yada, pretty prominent against DC like podcasts, right?
Hmm.
This was today. He is saying he said there's he they're saying a report saying James Gunn has already cast DCU's Batman,
Oh.
and someone and John is saying that he found out who it is, like because he was sending some feelers out to Hollywood. And don't know
Hmm.
how he's checking with more. He believes DCU's Batman has already been cast. Obviously, it's best to keep an open mind. But Campea says he's checking with more sources, but the name that's come up is a surprise. And he had multiple sources confirm our wedding. This was his quote. I think I know who Batman is. I think I know who the DCU Batman is. I think DC's already cast him. I had somebody write to me something about a particular person that they believe got cast. I get a lot of these. I don't pay attention to a lot of them. But then I heard from someone else who's a little bit more well positioned that verified it looks like this guy's going to be the guy, and they don't know I talked to the first person at all. So I sent
Hmm.
this pic to a Hollywood producer, and I know and like what do you think? I think I know who it is. I'm not going to say it right now, but I will say this. It's not a name I would have guessed, and I don't think it's a bad name, but it's not a name I would have guessed. Yeah, not a name I would have guessed. I'm going to keep putting out feelers because I don't want to say who I believe is going to be the next Batman until until I'm a little bit more certain. Because yeah, I don't want to spread misinformation. We'll see. This was today.
They've already potentially rumored I've already cast Batman, but it's not a
Mm-hmm.
name we would expect.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Okay.
he's saying they got someone.
Okay, John, do
He
your
has a
research. Let us know who you think it is.
he's saying that he's got names, he's got some feelers, he's got some the same name and people didn't know he was getting feelers and I'm sitting here like, is this man is this man Cap? Like he's a Canadian YouTuber and film critic.
Yeah.
He has a show on YouTube. His show on YouTube has 379,000 subscribers.
Mhm.
So I don't. He's saying the DC Batman is kind, but then I'm like, man, this if it's true, because we I've been asking for a while, like, bro, we're casting all these people and all this jazz, but we don't know who Batman's gonna be. We don't know Wonder Woman, all that jazz. If it's true that they're keeping this very locked and key, because there's been no leak of nothing. And obviously, people are just being tongue in cheek in comments. It's like, yeah, of course, James Gunn knows who's going to be Batman because he's the one picking that.
No. Yes, but we didn't know if he had picked him or not yet.
So he's saying that. I'm like, all right. But the fact is, like, he's saying a name that you would have never thought, and very surprised. Not saying it's bad, but it's very surprising.
That, I mean, that could literally be anyone because I didn't think David Cornswet would be a perfect role for Superman, but he was.
Yeah. So this is out there. By the time you listen to this, maybe it gets leaked. Maybe it comes out the 4th of July weekend. Maybe it comes out America 250 weekend. Who knows? But apparently DCU is maybe they're saying they got a Batman cast allegedly to this guy, and now it's spreading because other sites are talking about. So now I know his stuff's blood. I'm probably out begging him to tell us who it is because the problem is though, I've seen this for other channels, and I get what he's doing by not saying a name because if he says the wrong name
Yes,
and it is not that person, it is up for Buddy.
it is up for Buddy.
Because you can't be saying someone's getting cast so and so, and then it's someone completely different, and then they're like, "Oh, we thought so and so." Like, what? We didn't even interview that person. They weren't even in consideration.
You can't get people's hopes up.
Nah, no, no. Because shoot, we're talking about Batman. We went from Sebastian Stan being Harvey Dent to Victor Zsasz. Like, we don't even know what's going on with that now.
Right. But that movie's supposed to come out next year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So leave y'all with that. Let us know who you think is going to be, if you have a guess and all of that. Some people are trying to say it's going to be Tom Welling,
Hmm.
but I was like, but
That
I
would
thought
be.
y'all wanted people the same. Like, I didn't think you wanted a older-ish Bruce Wayne, even though he can like get his shave off his gray and all that. But it's
Mhm.
like he's years older than David. I thought you wanted. I don't know what y'all want. Actually, I don't know what y'all want. So let me just.
I don't think they know what they want.
You know, so we'll see. But Lanterns is in next month. So I'm no 2 months because we're still
Yeah, in
in
August.
June. So we'll see how that goes. They're on Earth apparently. So from looking like, we'll see how
I
that
mean,
goes.
do we get a Batman reveal in the actual show somehow? Who knows?
No, no. That would be because he's like Silhouette is in Creature Commandos. Um,
That's animated.
but remember, they're all that universes are it's the same
Right.
universe.
Yeah,
So
because
that's
James Gunn said he wants the same like
which I
actor to
which
play
I like.
multiple roles. It's like in the games and the TV shows and the films.
I mean, if they're gonna do it big, man, July 23rd to 26th, do it. Do it at San Diego Comic Con. Let's go.
Yeah,
Do
we
it
should
before it gets
get
leaked.
some good announcements during, hopefully, get some good announcements during San Diego Comic Con for like Marvel and DC.
Yeah, but I know it's so tough because these people start skipping. Like they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do our own thing," and that shit gets so fucking irritating.
Yeah, but we haven't had a DC fandom some in ages. So maybe
Yeah,
they'll show up at Comic Con.
DC fan knows what been like 6 years. They haven't done that since like COVID.
Yeah.
That's probably the only reason we got it because no one could really go nowhere. But if I do remember, eight group special guests. Let's see if I can see who's leadership. Because I do remember, I think people are gonna have a. I believe Marvel is gonna be there. More Comic Con 2026 announced. Well, I just went on this thing. This would be the time for man. I didn't know he looked this fucking woozy. Um, First person's name listed. Like what I just clicked on it. I'm pretty sure it's not due to importance. First person, Matt Fraction. Obviously, he's writing the new DC, like the Batman, and he's doing a phenomenal job on that.
Mhm.
So that would be you're gonna have him there to um do it. Be like, hey, he's the one writing the new Batman, and we're gonna use your Batsuit's design in the DCU because such and such is. You can do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like that'd be the best way to do it. In all honesty, like you got the new Batman writer there, and why not? Why not? That's the way to do
yeah,
it.
just
That's
connect them.
yeah, just connect them. But we'll see. Yeah, they haven't put the wait TBA. Oh, I was like, bro. The thing is that we'll see because that's a week before Spider-Man, so I don't know how big Marvel's gonna do it because they're like, oh, make sure you go see Spider-Man. I highly doubt they would have. Well, I don't know. I was gonna say I highly doubt they would drop the Doomsday trailer a week before Spider-Man because then they'll
Oh,
be like,
true.
that will take some hype from them. Because some
Yeah.
people, I know they have some stuff where like private showings where they've shown like looks like in investor meetings and stuff, but.
Mhm. They also Marvel also might wait till D23, which is when is D23 this year? Is it it's supposed to be August 14th through the 16th. So D23 is like the Disney Expo, and I think that's where we learned that um Robert Downey Jr. was going to be Doomsday last year at D23. I could be wrong.
That was I don't know if that was last year or 2 years ago, but I know you because I remember Dragon Ball expert Iron Man fan Mitch also was on vacation, couldn't even get we tried to get so couldn't get him on that emergency pod
Right, right. So yeah, that might have been 2 years ago.
because then he was able to give his thoughts on the Dragon Ball pod at the end about that one. So
Hmm.
because he was just like, so we're just throwing away the Kang and which I get throwing
Yeah,
away the Kang,
that still pisses me off every time I think about it.
throwing away the Kang stuff, like. And I still don't know how this movie even makes sense, but who knows? Man, Byron, anything else, man? We'll see. We just dropped that news about someone saying the DCU Batman has been cast. Anything else?
I don't know if we talked about this on the last podcast, but the Dark Knight Part 1 trailer just got
No, yeah,
revealed.
because it just got revealed. Yeah, this
Yeah,
past.
and it looks really good. I'm very excited to see a DC animated film again.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because they lost a lot of people because their last versions, the Tomorrowverse, the people just weren't. It just wasn't hitting with people.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, Crisis on Infinite Earth was a three-part. I don't know if you even watched that. Like they had the three-part Crisis on Infinite Earth, which connected back to Justice League War. I mean, Justice League Dark Side Apocalypse. How that ended because that went from flat that the DC animated universe went from Flashpoint Paradox to Dark Side Wars, which that universe was really good.
Yeah, that
Um,
universe was fire.
yeah, so then it connected to that, and that started over, and now they're doing obviously Nightfall. I mean, with Bane, and this is the first time this has been adapted anime wise. Obviously, you've read the comics, and The Dark
Hmm.
Knight Rises has some adaptation parts of it. So It'll be interesting, and it's 4 parts, which I'm shocked. I'm like, 4 parts? I was like, we're really breaking it down this much. All right, first part, he's gonna get his back broken. Then
Hmm.
Azrael's gonna take over. Then what? The next couple parts, you gotta have to nurse him back to health. Azrael's gonna be running amok. Like, what are we gonna be doing in these 4 parts? The problem is people don't want them to add extra bullshit because they have a hindrance of adding extra bullshit that gets people pissed off. Like when they did Batman Hush, they didn't make Hush Thomas Elliot and they made it the fucking Riddler. That pissed people off,
Yeah,
me
that was
included.
dumb.
That was so stupid. Or the last like big Batman thing they adapted, like single wise, like Batman the Killing Joke. No one asked for the Barbara Gordon Batman sex. Like no
No,
one asked for that bullshit.
we
Like
didn't need that.
I saw that and I'll never forget. I saw that shit in theaters before Monday Night Raw on a Monday. Like no one wanted that bullshit. That did not happen in that story. Like no one wanted that. So that's why I'm concerned about that. But no, they're eating good because I mean I know people made that Lego Batman games fun. Um, Nightfall just got announced. Cape Crusader starts. That'll be starting soon. And then out of the blue, which this was just this is does not happen. At their last thing, they announced that Absolute Batman's getting an animated series.
Yes.
Out of the blue, that does not. This thing has not been out for almost 2+ years. This does not
Yeah,
happen like this.
because their last issue was like number
They're in the
20.
baby 20s, like 22,
Yeah.
23. I think 22 is the next one.
Yeah. So they already announced that, hey, we're gonna animate. So if you haven't read the comics, you get to see it animated.
With Scott Snyder directing the helm and all that, it was shocking because I was completely floored. I'm like, oh, this is gonna go absolutely crazy. Especially like people are gonna see some things on that if you have not read the
Hmm.
comics and all that. And I joked, um, someone posted the thing. They said Marvel and DC, they're lucky, man. When the cash is low, they just ring out some shit from Spider-Man or Batman. Because they were like, man, Supergirl underperforming. Now what we doing what we wanted to do because of critics and all that? We gonna tell them absolute Batman dropping.
Yeah.
Spider-Man
Man.
about to come here. Spider-Man got motion. Like, yeah, man. That's why I'm just like, okay, okay. I was shocked. I was like, now it's my thing. Who's gonna voice the characters? I
Hmm.
saw one name and I was like, absolutely, that'd be perfect. They said Roger Craig Smith, obviously from voicing Batman in the young Arkham, bring
Hmm.
especially this Batman, that angry six. I was like, yeah, that'd be. And I was like, and people were like, do real voice actors, don't do actors.
Yeah, do real voice actors. I mean, there's nothing wrong with actors doing voice roles, but sometimes you just need a good voice actor to.
If I have a choice between like for these characters we hear in the game, so like if I had a choice between Kevin Conroy and some like big actor, I'm always going to take like the voice actor who's always
Hmm.
done it, just because it's different acting. I mean,
Yeah.
like the like going to the Arrowverse, they had like the Vixen stuff was animated, and
Hmm.
they were the same people who did the real life. It just didn't hit the same from their real life counterparts.
Hmm.
Just the way it is for some actors. So it's like I'll take anyone from the video games any day. Get them the check.
Yeah. Roger Craig Smith, Troy
So,
Baxter.
gotta get Troy. Gotta get Troy. Don't know what he's doing now, but you gotta get him in there.
Hmm.
Like that man has voiced everyone you can think of in Batman lore, from Batman himself to Joker to he's done it all. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. They might have a trailer. They might have something for that at Comic Con.
It might. I just looked it up. Batman Cape Crusader season 2 comes out July 31st, so the weekend that Spider-Man comes out.
July 31st weekend.
Hmm.
For a second, for a second, I thought it was going to be like LCN, but yeah, that makes sense. I remember. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that weekend's about to go crazy.
Anything else, Byron?
And I think we covered it all. Go see Supergirl if you haven't. Um,
I always say,
It's
man,
better
don't
than the
see it for
critics.
yourself. Don't
Yeah.
let, if you want to see it, don't let some person's internet review. Go make an opinion for yourself.
Hmm.
That's always my advice with movies. Make the opinion for yourself.
Because you might like it, you may hate it.
Fact. Fact. That's really it. I mean, you're right. That's all. But with that being said, if if the thing gets cast, we will be back a lot quicker than usual.
Hmm.
So I have thoughts on that. But with that being said, thank you everyone for listening to the L7C podcast, your favorite podcast. Make sure you like, rate, comment, subscribe wherever you listen to. Again, if it does get leaked or it becomes an official tweet announcement about the cast of whoever that DCU Batman, we'll be back a lot quicker. If not, you will hear from the superhero version of the L7C podcast in probably about 2 weeks for the Spider-Man review. With that being said, L7C podcast signing out. Thank you for listening to this episode of the L7C podcast. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media platforms, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Take care.